So what do you do when you see someone that you think is annoying and someone you do not like do well in life?
Is it hot in here?
It could be someone that you know personally, like a co-worker or relative, or it could just be someone famous on social media, but you absolutely hate their guts. How you react to seeing someone like this doing well in life will determine how far you're able to go in life. Hey everyone, it's Gabriel here. I've made more money and became happier and unstoppable once I learned how to silence my ego and learn from everybody, especially the ones that I hate. Now I know that this may sound like common sense, but common sense is not so common. Let me explain. When you look at social media today, inevitably you're going to be able to see a post about someone famous or someone popular that look like they have no talent and can be annoying as hell. And some famous examples would be people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Kim Kardashian. These people receive a lot of hate, even though they're very popular and very successful at the same time. And wherever you're watching this from, you probably have local YouTubers that are similar to these people. And if you look at the comment section of all these posts, you always see people hating on them. They will say negative things about these people, such as they have no talent, they're just lucky, they have rich parents, or they took advantage of the poor, and so on. And I used to be someone like that. I used to be someone that say things about people like that because I think that some of them are really annoying as hell, and I personally don't like them. But whether I like them or not doesn't matter. We are never going to be able to like everybody. And the question we have to ask ourselves is that, are we able to still learn from someone that we do not like? Because over the years, I've learned that you can totally think that someone is annoying and someone is a joke. Yet, if they're doing better than you can still recognize and respect that there are some things that you can learn from them because they didn't get hurt in life just by being stupid or just by luck. Many of them have done something smart that got them ahead in life. See, all the names I mentioned earlier, they have built multi-million-dollar businesses online, even billion-dollar empire. Now see, these people didn't get to where they are just by luck or by being stupid. Maybe there's some things that they know that I do not know. So by studying these people that I find annoying, I start asking myself, what are some of the things that I could actually learn from them? What are some of the things that they did right that I could learn from them, that I could adopt into my life? Of course, there's things that they did that I would definitely not do. That's the reason why I find them annoying, because there are some things that I don't agree, but yet it doesn't mean that everything is bad. Here's an example. I used to hate this fighter called Conor McGregor because of his foul mouth and his trash talks and his offensive, childish remarks. He would mock people's religion. He would make jokes about his opponent's wife. Basically things that I personally don't like and I wouldn't do it myself. But once I put my ego aside and silence my ego and start asking myself, what can I actually learn from this guy? Because this guy is actually really successful. He's one of the best paid fighters in the world. In fact, he became the first UFC fighter to receive $1 million paycheck for a single fight. And he has built multi-million-dollar businesses outside of his fighting career. So by putting my ego aside, I realized that although I disagree with many things that this person has done, but at the same time, I need to respect and recognize that he has got so ahead in life because he has done a few things right. And what are the things that he did right? All the names I mentioned earlier, like Conor and Jake Paul and Logan Paul and Kim Kardashian, these are people that have learned to master the attention game. You see, Conor McGregor wasn't the highest paid fighter because he was the best fighter. In fact, he was defeated several times. The best fighter doesn't make the most money. The one who sells out the arena makes the most money. So Conor knew that it's not just a fighting game, but an attention game. When I start to see it from this perspective, I realized that the trash talk that he's doing, and the things that he says, and the controversial stuff that he does, is just to gather attention. Because when he gathered attention, people would then pay to watch him fight. And with the attention that he has gotten, he was able to start several businesses outside of his fighting career, including a whiskey brand that he recently sold a majority stake for $150 million. See, these people have mastered the attention game and they're milking attention like crazy. I read this book called Trust Me, I'm Lying many years back. And in this book, I realized that the top two emotions that gets people to share a content and make it go viral is hate and fear, which means that it is actually easier to get people to talk about you by doing things to make you hate them. So I started realizing, what if these people that we hate and these people that we find annoying, what if they were playing us all along? What if they knew that they are supposed to do things to make you hate them so that you talk about them, so that you give them the attention, and that attention allows them to sell more stuff? So while you're sitting there judging these people, they're actually milking the attention that you are giving them. Floyd Mayweather, one of the most hated boxers, said,
I don't care if you write good things about me or if you write bad things about me. Just write about me.
Because he is milking the attention. In fact, he has admitted that he's not in the boxing business, but he's in the entertainment business, which is why he makes $100 million per boxing match. even after he has retired. So by putting my ego aside, I was able to see things in a different perspective. And it actually helped my own business because I learned that these people have developed thick skin and are shameless in a good way. Because in order for you to survive in business in the long run, you need to be shameless. I'll give you an example. So when I started my digital marketing agency, I actually ran a lot of Facebook ads and YouTube ads. In fact, sometimes I do get recognized a bit on the streets, especially in Singapore, because people have seen my ads. But with that kind of fame comes the downside of it. And the downside is that I do get a lot of negative comments and negative feedback about my advertisement. And it's not fun to read those stuff. And I used to be very affected whenever people say stuff that is negative about me, just by seeing my ads, right? Maybe because they are annoyed by my ads or because they just don't like my face. I tend to allow you to get in my head. And sometimes I'll just question myself, do I want to continue running ads anymore? But those ads are getting me very good return. And what I come to realize is that by learning how to be more thick-skinned, I've learned that I can actually monetize any attention, be it positive or negative. And I start to learn to see as part of the process of my growth and just learn to develop thicker skin. And this is so important because many of my competitors have also started around the same time as me, but as they were running ads, they started getting negative comments. I started getting negative comments, but I did not allow those comments to get in my head. But some of my competitors, they stopped running ads because they allowed those negative comments to get in their head. And so they drop out of the game, right? So the reason why I was able to beat some of my competitors and win them in this market was because I just simply stayed longer in the game just by being more shameless. And again, I learned that from the people that I find annoying online. So learn to separate your ego from what you actually can learn from someone, even when you think that they are a joke, even when you think that they are annoying. While there are certainly things that you wouldn't do, certain things that you wouldn't agree to, no matter what are some of the things that you can actually learn from this person that is actually good? What are some of the things that they did right? So don't throw the baby out with the dirty bath water. Accepting that you can learn from people that you hate or people that is annoying is also accepting that there are some things that you could have done better. So it could be that they have actually worked harder than you, or maybe they took a risk that you didn't dare to take, or they took time to grow and develop a skill set that will pay them for life instead of sitting around and watching Netflix every single day. See, your ego will always stand in the way of learning from people that you dislike because your ego wants to protect you. It is much easier to call someone who is rich and successful stupid than to actually work hard for it. This way, your ego actually protects you by giving you a justification of why you're not achieving the things you want, because you wouldn't stand so low to achieve that than the other person. See, your ego can actually help you to justify why you are better and higher, and that's dangerous because instead of accepting that there are things that you can do better and improving yourself and become better, you shut yourself off by thinking that you're already better. So I hope that this video has added some kind of value to you. Let me know what are your thoughts about this video in the comment section below. Now consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel if you want to see more content like this. That's all I have for you today. Bye for now.